Add Astro. Add Astro. Thank you for completing today's commission. Rebooting.
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning. Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
This realm is... If you ever have... This realm is... If you ever have...
Busted! One with nature!
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Laid bare! This is where you fall. The wind knows me. One with wind and cloud!
Everybody stand back!
Transfixed! One with nature!
Adventure time! Let's light it up! I'm going in! Take it easy.
Time to work.
Late to get.
The wind knows me.
Gotcha.
Hello. Great.
There you are, little one. I knew I'd find you here. That's all you have to say, after all this time apart? How devastating. To think of all the times that I've sat down beneath the sacred sakura praying for your well-being on your travels. But I think I understand. Another wise and beautiful soul has stolen your heart, haven't they? I'm sure you cast aside the omamori I gave you long ago. Alas, I am but another fleeting passerby on your journey. Oh, woe is me.
You can always count on Miko to tease the traveler relentlessly.
Well, it's not my fault that she's the most appealing little fortune slip in the world. If I didn't indulge my curiosity by taking a peek inside, goodness knows how I'd sleep at night. Though I must say, another interesting fortune slip caught my attention recently. I believe you've heard of it too. This iridescent Arataki Rockin' for Life tour de force of awesomeness. Something to do with a dog, apparently. My first thought was, I wonder if it could be the boss of Komore Tea House, Toromaru.
Taromaru? Oh yeah, he might actually have what it takes. You think he was the one rescuing animals during the war?
Sounds likely, doesn't it? Boss of a tea house by day, changes outfit after work, then runs to a war zone to save lives. And what a fascinating character it would make for a light novel. But the question is, do we think he was only saving animals? I'm just speculating, little one. You know how much I like to let my imagination run wild. I look forward to opening up this fortune slip. Who knows what might be written inside?
Can't grow taller.
Ill fate descends. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Again? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill tidings manifest.
Again? On the still waters of oblivion.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Ill fate descends.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Bloom.
Destined for oblivion.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Again?
Mind your manners.
Receive divinity. The dead return!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill fate descends.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Is that all?
Bloom. Receive divinity. The dead return!
A will forged in ice never falters!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Again?
Nothing major.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill fate descends.
Again?
Bloom.
Destined for oblivion.
Is that all?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Receive divinity. Repay. The dead return!
Still waters of oblivion.
Ill tidings manifest. Mind manners.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Bloom.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Destined for oblivion.
Is that all?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill fate descends.
Again.
Receive divinity. The dead return!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill tidings manifest.
On the still waters of oblivion.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Ill fate descends.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Again. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ill fate descends. Mind manners.
Destined for oblivion.
Bloom. Nothing major. The dead return!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that.
Yeah.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a black.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins? Ha! That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Ah, a wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now then, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, has started.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right, I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Huh.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dream Play Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between two challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end. Now, make your choice.
The champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the Arena of Action Stars. Please make your way to the stage and vanquish those malevolent scoundrels with your dazzling...
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are antagonists from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Defeat them swiftly and decisively to set a new record. It's worth mentioning that the fastest time for this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair. Astoundingly, he overcame all enemies across the 3 stages in only 5 minutes.
Time is of the essence. Let's make this quick.
Yeah. Make a wish.
Let's wait and see.
Huh. Huh. Make a wish.
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape. During this period, Penacony was nothing but a barren wasteland. The dreamscape was fraught with strife and disorder, with memory zone memes running rampant. As dream chasers who've come to Penacony, defeating them is your first step towards success.
All the Soul Glad is ours! Don't even think about plundering the Soul Glad from us!
Repay! Is that all?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Soul Glad! My Soul Glad!
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too long.
turn of fate. Huh. Huh.
Congratulations on becoming the first group of Dream Chasers! Answering the call from the Watchmaker, you are disappointed to learn that Penacony isn't paved with gold. Resigned to your current plight, you start from the hierarchical dredges, biding your time for a chance at success. Just as you're about to give up, a downpour sparks a business idea. You enter the umbrella business! But just defeat them.
Why is our opponent so glad?
Because this is...
Isn't this just product placement?
To safeguard the integrity of Soulglad, I...
Nothing major.
In the name of a will forged in ice never falters!
An elusive foretelling. Ill fate descends!
I'll see you off.
Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss!
Eternal slip.
Dead return!
Hope you're prepared. A will forged in ice never falters!
Ill tidings manifest!
You chose the wrong enemy.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with Soulglad in return. Woo!
Yeah. A turn of fate. Make a wish.
I'm with you.
Let's wait and see.
Congratulations to our two Dream Chasers for establishing yourselves as budding stars in Penacony. However, now you face a competitor selling at low prices, pushing you to the brink of bankruptcy. No matter how lengthy the battle, you always persevere. Topple this powerful opponent, and the tides will
my soul glide away from me. I will use the transmutation arcanum to turn into a dinosaur! Oh, dinosaur, grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast!
Repay!
An elusive foretelling. Ill fate descends!
It'll heal!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
The body withers, but the soul glad name. You truly are a beast! More than I.
That should do it! Okay. Let's go. Mr. Yang is waiting for us. Isn't this fight way off from the actual storyline?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we? Oh, that's right. After an extended battle, you finally emerged victorious! But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope. In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of every dream chaser. Oh, well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once Upon a Time in Dreams with your fighting skills.
Looks like we won! Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades. Yeah.
Huh. Huh.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success. Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now, make your choice! friends. Welcome to the enchanting... It is said that these cartoon characters enter into the world of...
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. All Buzzfly Alas! Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Oh, listen, but you know... Now, I can't wait.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there. If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation! Hurry now!
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like... Hanu says, battle! We must... The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh. Lot... Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Haunted.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. Last we saw, but brave...
But...
Guess what?
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor. The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the Soaring Locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got more... Here we go again. That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Hanu is on a streak! Everyone! The stage is complete! Quickly! Head through the TV to the next...
it is gonna be, never mind.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves!
No way, I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Make a wish.
Let's wait.
I'm with you.
Are you a knight of beauty?
Repay.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
An elusive foretelling. Ill tidings manifest.
I'll see you off.
Rise to the challenge.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Desolate for oblivion.
Hope you're prepared.
Rise to the challenge.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
Pledge thine loyalty. Put forth all your might.
descend.
Flesh wound. Confess.
I
underestimated you.
Free will, or was it fate? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Bear witness to our
Eternal the dead return!
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Let the duel commence.
This ends here.
Pledge thine loyalty. Put forth all your might.
I underestimated you.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Attribution will find you.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
I underestimated you.
Ill tidings manifest.
Rise to the challenge. Rise. Behold, this symbol of pure. Let the duel commence.
On the still waters of oblivion.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Scorched Sand Festival's champion! We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival! Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young guests!
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of... Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. Let's talk about our tribulations and our final course of action.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use this Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master.
We're doing this out of concern for the dreams.
It's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god
could perfectly harmonize it? Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony. In the distant past, there exists later, though an eon may...
Mr. Yang being overly... For the sake of...
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the Harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder against the Nameless. It would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely... Smart kid.
If it is the Order that...
You're mistaken. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished. Natural selection.
So you've decided...
If Miss Himiko is... I'm willing to divulge, so come with...
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired tuning allows you to now, everyone. From this point on, I believe after going, let's begin. This story happened when Robin and I were later on. Robin? That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its... We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, we decided that when it regained its destiny. Now, I stick to the original plan, or build a cage for it, and feed. I eagerly await your end.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be...
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky.
I can't decipher his intentions right now. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it...
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the... We passionately nursed it back to health. preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers. Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony, we opened the cage door and I watched it for a long while by the window. Probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wing. Finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. But its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground. Unable to grasp the direction of the air current, the fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, this story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life, except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
Illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all. He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
This question... Sure, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. First, now then. He told me the reason in the end. As to your choice in the story this time. This story happened. What surprised me was the letter contained...
Do you know?
My sister.
To help you
From what the letter...
Correct.
A stray...
A wall has broken. She hoped to eat...
Is she alright?
If the operation by the eon above...
Those... Now you understand what...
How could this
It's all in the past, likewise. Because this is me. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
I often feel like confusion and if Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own with each trailblaze. Dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own in your heart.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood. No matter how grand the...
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human when one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide during these hard-earned rest days, and it is only on these days that people do. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite. And thus, every person can return. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
But
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this.
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak, but whether it perhaps in your mind. Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the dream, so I thought, I'm counting on you then.
Himeko?
I wasn't sure. Exactly. The question now, we're drawing closer to the—
All right.
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. If I remember, and hold on.
This could be a case since this place seems—
Yeah, then...
Mikhail, so...
I'm sorry.
Anything special?
Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't— Could you tell us more?
Yeah, sure. He didn't want every time he came.
It appears that the sea... So, where's your...
He went off on... So, where has Clonky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some...
You and...
Yeah, they follow Miss Mirror.
Sailor.
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The compass is a ship bound for the new world. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah, based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky! You're here! Huh. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voice. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that.
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember?
Hey.
Looks like we're just...
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world.
I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged...
So it's not... And the whistle you heard. Was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by Mikhail Char Legwork. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent and this also marks the beginning of his journey.
At the end of the journey. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to try. I don't think Misha has forgotten the one who brought our
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy... If I may apologize, I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child, and my hat too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end now. It's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this dream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and...
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before.
Well, it's the hands, Mr. Ammon.
I see.
But I only know how to...
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go. Don't worry. This is...
Farewell.
Don't worry, Micah. Someone has to be at the...
Because you're all we have!
But what will happen to Tiernan? We nameless... If I don't come back in one piece...
Where are you going?
Oh.
Answer my question.
Relax, Gallagher.
Oh, come on. If you die...
Yes. We'll organize a...
So...
Desperate. Make sure to send an...
Misha!
Oh. Last night...
Write it down?
Oh.
Of course.
Yes. But what I didn't mention was... There's a funny misunderstanding behind it.
I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it was a compass. So, and the watchman.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. Little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens, but don't worry. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon.
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, "in all fairness." Could it be that he's underestimating us?
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy and genuinely wants to prove that the Order is right. I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome unless he wins fair and square. That's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction, so a follower of the Order won't be a big deal.
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony and fulfilling Mikhail's and his predecessors' long-cherished wishes. Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't materialize overnight, and they have the profound collective consciousness of the planet of festivities behind them. A desire to dream, to slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions have given birth to the sweet dream of the Order. They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon. This confrontation is far more complicated than a simple power struggle. To secure Penacony's future, fighting on the stage alone is not enough.
What do you mean? Are you not coming with us?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's heading off to another battle.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards. Even though the script he gave me only had a few lines, I couldn't ignore them. Because one of the lines said, "I'll experience death 3 times in the land of the dreams."
3 times? This can't be serious, right?
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true. But in a way that will only be revealed when that page is turned. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support for you. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony. And only then.
The most terrible.
The true.
We must do everything.
Have you?
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express.
Yeah. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, my biggest death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from Cosmic. That's your next stop.
Land of the You mean?
Silverwolf told.
Well, I want people die. We.
Do you exist?
Are you not this? If I were to die, though it's the tombstone, it will bear.
That's quite unexpected, old man. I can sense that this... It's a shame you won't be able to see it, yeah. Not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings. But in the end, well, then I'll be joining you soon. Let's get together and have supper. Oh, here's to you. To the imperfect.
It's warm here, isn't it? You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain. Little...
It's a shame.
Seriously? It become... Have you...
Before coming here, the flavor wasn't... Don't worry about it.
Well, by the way...
No, I had a... She...
Well...
Condolences.
That's proof.
Or...
Afraid.
I'm afraid I'll forget that. I fear that those...
Hard to imagine.
Because as long as this rain...
But you're right.
When will this rain?
Perhaps...
Have you heard of half an amber arrow?
Do you think the same thing?
Yes.
Because of the Nihil...
I would disagree. If the family messes...
No.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony.
Do you remember the two paths lost their eons in that war?
Shepe, the Harmony.
Holy fuck. But I don't see any...
I can't say for sure. The Charmony Festival will...
I have another plan.
Hold on.
Exactly. The assistance from the lawful Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're also once in a lifetime.
Are you the only one here? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And this is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the...
What do you mean? I'm right here in front.
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this, well, Do you
believe?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice.
Well, the compromise came sooner.
You and your sister were born as twins.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams?
It's for justice. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll...
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,003...
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior of the Penacony Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad. But why is the venue still closed when the Charmony Festival is about to start?
And not only that, the entire theater is eerily quiet. No audience, no staff, no one around. Even if we're late, a grand theater like this shouldn't be completely empty. Let's explore around. Be careful, everyone.
Stream forward, a gleam of old blades.
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
Yeah.
Are these puppets?
Something feels.
There's no other grand.
So Sunday's.
My apology. I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana history is a within it. Let us commence with the. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
Make a wish.
I'm with you.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Yeah. Huh.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Huh. Huh.
Stream forth.
Huh. 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 Huh.
Stream forth into the gleam of old blades.
Yeah. Huh.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Huh. 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 Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it? Where are we now?
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday's inner world. Perhaps this so-called stage play is created with his abilities. This act is named Ode to Prisoner. Given the atmosphere here, I believe it's about Penacony's past.
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expeditions. But now it looks like I'll be back behind bars again.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.